High definition graphics Sega Genesis. What? No, forget that noise. This is what we're looking at. The Genesis Flashback. Get out of here, little Genesis. Peace. Get on getting. Look at this box. This is a beautiful box. Very beautiful. Look at this gold. This gold. That means it's legit. And Sonic on there? What? I mean, yeah. Hells yeah. So we got some wireless controllers, 720 output, save, resume, rewind, and some other junk, cartridge slot, some classics, and some new shit titles. What? Can't wait to dig into that. Here's the side of the box with a bunch of nonsense. Here's the back of the box with, you know, some quality looking games and some more gold. Hells yes. AtGames. What do you expect? A Sega Genesis Flashback from AtGames. We're just gonna have to dig into this little fella and see what to do. But all I know is that this box, even when I picked it up, it's just rattling around like there's just a bunch of junk lying in here. So I don't know. And what do we got here? Nothing is wrapped or anything. I guess AtGames is saving money and protecting the environment without using any additional packaging to keep anything safe up in here. Here's some bonus games you get. Oh, I can't wait to check these out. Really can't wait, especially Mr. Balls. I can't wait to play with Mr. Balls. And then Jack's P? Hells yes. I know those are probably going to be my two favorites. So look at this big poster instruction manual type thing. You know, it costs too much to, you know, make a manual with staples and whatnot. And then you got to put batteries in the controller. Can't wait to do that. HD though. Don't forget it's an HD. Here's our little Sega Genesis, kind of dirty, really scratched up. And that's the kind of quality you can expect from AtGames. You know, maybe because I threw this around a little bit, it might have got scuffed up. But I don't know. You know, if there was some plastic on there, it might have been all right. This thing is pretty dirty and dusty from that from that asbestos or whatever they use to pack this in. You see, you got these little rubber feet. We got 3 rubber feet, and then we got, you know, no rubber feet on that corner. Don't know what's up with that, but that's all right. Here's our nice little HDMI cable. Nice little awesome power supply made in the USA, most likely. These controllers, actually, you know what? Feeling this controller in my hand, it actually doesn't feel bad. It's kind of tiny, though. You know, the size of controller that probably a beefy baby would use. It still doesn't feel too bad, though. I give them props. The controller feels all right. Doesn't feel too bad. But then there's you know, we got to put our batteries in there. Now, what do we got here? We got our other rubber feet. Let's go ahead and put that on there. There we go. Make sure we got all 4 of the feet up on there. See, is there anything underneath this asbestos cardboard liner thing? Nope, nothing else. Bare bones packaging, that's all right though, you know. Anything to save the environment. Little menu button here, little clicky on and off button. There we go. Sweet. Little LED light in the front. Controller slots for your legitimate Sega Genesis controls, and a cartridge slot to play your Sega Genesis cartridges. HDMI, power. This thing feels pretty light. Don't know what's up with that, but hey, it is what it is. Power supply. We're gonna plug this bad boy in a moment, but I think first we gotta put some batteries in here. And I'm surprised they didn't just use like C batteries or something, you know. But no, we got to put 2 AAAs up in this little fella, you know, because everybody's got AAAs just lying around out their ass. You know, you don't have to go to the store. You should have a bunch of these just lying around. They're pretty common, you know what I mean? You know, we all have AA's lying all over the place, but AAAs, we got those everywhere. Very common battery, you know, for pretty much everything you use uses AAAs, so that's going to be wonderful, changing out the batteries on this thing. And going to our drawer of AAAs and popping them in there, getting that party started. Then what do you know? Just like the Atari, every time you hit a button, the freaking light blinks. That's great. That's not distracting at all. Oh well. The controller does feel good though, so let's go ahead and plug this little fella in and check her out. Let's do this. Well, here we go. AtGames, the Sega Genesis AtGames 16-bit HD classic boo-boo-ness. I don't know. So I've been messing with this a little bit. I will say, you do get the little controller in the corner telling you, hey, you could press start, quick launch the damn game. X and Y, previous page, next page. I don't know what that's for. I guess if you're in the Sega games, you can just scroll through the pages of the games. So, okay. B and C is menu order up and down. So that takes some getting used to. And it's a little laggy, it seems, for the menu. I wish it was just you see we have, right here in my recent, Golden Axe 3 is highlighted. I wish I could just press left and highlight the menus and just press up and down to select. But no, you can use the D-pad to select your games from the right side, but you have to use the B and C to go up and down. I don't like that. It's not a deal breaker, but it is kind of stupid. I don't know who thought that was going to be a bright idea, that you have to use every single button on the controller within the menus. Why? Makes no sense, brah. Makes no sense. But that's what it is. The controller feels okay. I cannot complain. We'll check out a couple games real quick. But just going through, you do have a decent selection of Sega Genesis, Master System, and Game Gear games. So you got a bunch of the Alex kids, Alien Storm. I never liked Alien Storm. I know a lot of people do. Loved Altered Beast, though. Arrow Flash, don't know what that is. Assault City, use your light gun, even though, you can't because there's no AV output to CRT on this thing. It's just HDMI only. Astro Warrior, Baku Baku, whatever. Bonanza Brothers, Columns, Comic Zone's classic. Never liked that either. But it does come with a bonus CD. Look at that. What? Comic Zone's always been a part of every collection. It's a great-looking game. I just never liked it. Crackdown, Decap Attack. I cannot remember what Decap Attack originally was, but I know it was changed to that for us. Defenders of the Oasis for Game Gear. I remember having that. Bunch of cool stuff. Fantasy Zones, Fatal Labyrinth, Flicky, Game Ground, Golden Axe 1, 2, and 3. Pretty sweet. Eternal Champions. I remember playing that quite a bit. It was okay. Joel Master, what? Ken Sidon, I tried playing that. Pretty interesting. Kid Chameleon, don't know nothing about that. Kung Fu Kid, what? And you do have Phantasy Star 1, 2, 3, and Foe Show. Psycho Fox, what? Rystar. I know a lot of people like Rystar. I never really played it, but it is what it is. Shadow Dancer, Shining in the Darkness, Shining Force 2, Shinobi 3, Snail Maze. A not for resale Sonic the Hedgehog. Why the hell did they go with that box art? Come on now. Really? Sonic 2, Sonic and Knuckles. No Sonic 3. Thanks, Michael Jackson. Or Michael Jackson's estate. Gosh. Whatever. That's why we don't have Sonic 3 on here, I'm pretty sure. Licensing issues with the Michael Jackson music up in there, so we don't have that. Sonic and Knuckles. I wonder if you can attach. We'll check that out. Sonic Spinball, 3D Blast, Chaos, Sonic Drift 2. I remember playing that. Pretty fun. Triple Trouble, Super Columns, Super Thunderblade. Pretty cool. Sword of Vermilion, Vermilion, Vermilion. I don't know. Tails Adventure, The Ninja, The Ooze. Vector Man 2, cannot stand those games. I know they're a big hit with people, but I freaking hate them. I hate Vector Man. Virtual Fighter 2. What? What do you know about that? So let's go down. Mortal Kombat's got its own little section. That's cool. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3. What? Was Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 released on the Genesis? If so, why isn't that on here? Pretty sure it was. I don't know. I might be wrong. Then the Sonic games repeat. They got their own little section. But that's okay. And then we do have our bonus games, which I don't really look at these as bonus games so much. This is the reason why I bought this system. Because I really want to play Mr. Balls and Jack's P. Let's try Jack's P real quick. So A button, start that up. Gives you a little snippet of the game. The buttons, you got jump. That's it. Jump and move. So press A again. Oh, you can switch games. So you can scroll through the games and this way if you want. That's all right. That's cool. Add to my favorites by pressing the C button. God, these menus just use like every freaking control there is. Jack's P. All right, let's see what to do with this real quick. What the Whoa. Are you seeing this? Are you flipping seeing this? This is amazing. Man, I'm gonna have to play this later. This is too much for you guys to handle right now, so we're gonna back out of the bonus games. I look at the Sonic games, Mortal Kombat, and all the other Sega. Those are the bonuses. The bonus games are what I want. That Jack's P, whatever, worth the price of admission. So let's start something up. Arrow Flash, I don't know what that is. Let's check that out and take a look at these scan lines. Viking terrorists, that's what I'm talking about. But in all seriousness, from playing this, AtGames isn't known for the greatest sound, music and whatnot. So far, I have not had too much of an issue. I don't know 100% if everything matches, but for your casual person or somebody who grew up with a Sega Genesis, who's not hardcore, who doesn't already own a Genesis, and wants to relive that nostalgia, these games play decently. They play well enough. I have not had any issues. I think the earlier versions of this system, there was a lot of frame skipping and whatnot, and some sound issues, and I think they ironed that out a little bit. I can't say for sure because I did not have the earlier prototype. I have the final released version, but so far everything's been sounding pretty good and looking pretty good. Let's try Altered Beast and put the scan lines on in that. So to put the scan lines on, you press menu, and I'm going to tell you guys right now, it stopped bothering me so much, but for a while, this frickin', let me see if you can see it. That light, man, the camera's not going to do it justice, but that thing shining in my eyeball, man. It's like bing, 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 right in my eye. This eye right here. And it annoys the heck out of me. Now that I'm thinking about it again, it's going to bother me again, but originally it bothered me, and then I got used to it. So we just put scan lights on, Altered Beast. Rise from your grave, mofo. We got no bezels or anything. That's okay, we don't need bezels. Sounding good, looking good. Controls are responding pretty well, can't complain. So this little fella retails for like $69.99. You can buy it in all sorts of places. Toys R Us, GameStop, Walmart, Target. They got shelf space dedicated to AtGames. Precious shelf space that, somebody else could be using for something. But no, AtGames has their own shelf space in a lot of places now. But, they've not been known for quality. This system, the controls feel good, don't get me wrong. I wish they had, rechargeable batteries, but that's okay. You can always use your own Sega Genesis controllers if you have them. So that's cool. But the stock controllers that come with it, they don't feel bad. That little LED bugs the crap out of me. Having to change out batteries, whatever, I guess. For those of us who really are into retro gaming, this thing is cool in the sense that you can put your own cartridges in there. You can play homebrews and repros. That's pretty much confirmed. The system does feel rather cheap and light. Like, I could probably balance this on my pinky and, it wouldn't wear on me because it's so light. It seriously feels light. The system looks okay. The packaging, they didn't protect anything in there, so my system has some scuffs on it. I'm not going to complain too much because most of the scuffs are where it says AtGames, so maybe that'll eventually wear off. I don't know. But nice little package, not for everybody. You always have the option of RetroPie broing it up instead of doing something like this, but this is not for those of us who like to tinker and like to build. This is for the casual, maybe a parent who had the Sega Genesis back in the day and they want their kids to relive this. And this is a simple plug and play, not having to mess with memory cards, not having to buy controllers, not having to buy anything separate. They could just plug this in and get the gaming. And it does a fair job of that, so can't complain there. I can't recommend or not recommend this. It's just depending upon the market. They're going to sell. It doesn't matter. People are going to buy these once they see them on shelves. And not everywhere has them sitting on the shelf yet. But once they're more widely available, people are going to buy these. I've had the AtGames Sega Genesis Portable for a while. And my kids play it occasionally. And it's not bad for a little time waster. I know they have a new version out, and ETA Prime just posted a little earlier today a video on the portable. So go peep that out. I'll put a link to his video in the description if you're really interested in this to decide between if you want the console or the handheld, because I'm not going to do a video on the handheld. I have the older version, and I have no plans of buying the newer version. We are going to do a future video on the Atari 8, Flashback 8 Gold Activision Edition, which will be widely available on the 28th. We're going to be doing that video sometime this week. So within a couple weeks, that'll be widely available everywhere. Right now, it's only available, I believe, Walmart or something. I don't know. But you can find the Flashback 8 HD, the gold edition, online in some places. People are scalping them. I don't know why. It's not that great to begin with. It's kind of cool, but hey, it is what it is. So that's it. Just wanted to showcase this item. What can we do, man? Peace out, guys. Thank you. Smash that like button. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Do all the stuff that YouTubers ask you guys to do. Thank you, guys. Boom. Bye-bye.